scramble to offer first aid to those 12 victims. The suspect, you see him here, an Egyptian national charged with a federal hate crime and 40 state crimes, including attempted murder. The victims range in age from 52 to 88, and among them, a Holocaust survivor. We begin tonight with Morgan Chesky, there in Bulder.
Tonight, this new video appears to show the moment a man unleashed a fiery attack on a peaceful pro-Israel rally. The man hurling Molotov cocktails and using a makeshift flamethrower to set multiple people on fire, now facing hate crime and attempted murder charges.
To see the fire under the legs and trying to pull friends out of the fire. This is what's stuck in my head.
Officials say at least 12 people were injured in the targeted act of violence on Sunday in Bulder.
He's right there. He's throwing Molotov cocktails right there.
Witnesses say they heard the man shout, "Free Palestine." Tonight, officials are releasing chilling new details on how they say 45-year-old Egyptian national Mohammed Solomon plotted the attack.
Mr. Solomon stated that he had been planning this attack for a year. And he acted because he hated what he called the Zionist group.
According to an affidavit, Solomon told investigators he posed as a gardener to get as close as possible to the group.
He said that he had previously tried to purchase a firearm, but resorted to the Molotov cocktails when he could not purchase a gun because he was not a legal citizen.
Officials say he threw 2 Molotov cocktails, but had stashed 16 more.
He said he wanted them all to die. He had no regrets, and he would go back and do it again.
They said he wore a backpack sprayer which he filled with gasoline, spraying gas on himself, he said, because he planned on dying. The Department of Homeland Security says he overstayed a tourist visa and had applied for asylum. President Trump posting, "This is yet another example of why we must keep our borders secure." The 12 victims range in age from 52 to 88 years old. One, a Holocaust survivor, now fighting to recover from severe burns.
She knows what it was like to be a child as a refugee and goes around telling stories not just to fight anti-Semitism, but to stop the hatred of other people who are also looking for a better future in this community.
Morgan joins us live now. Morgan, this looks like terror, it sounds like terror, and felt like terror to those victims. Could more charges still be coming?
Yeah, Tom, they could, because authorities say in addition to these state and federal charges that have already been filed, they want to dig deeper into the evidence that they've recovered, specifically a journal and a phone that Solomon left at his home for his family, saying that when he left to pull off this attack here in Bulder, he didn't plan on surviving. Tom?
Morgan Chesky leading us off tonight. We now turn to those new confrontations over the Trump administration's deportation efforts and the raid at a restaurant sparking backlash. We'll show you that video in a moment. Plus our new reporting tonight, the top Trump aide who wants ICE agents to start arresting 3,000 undocumented immigrants a day. Liz Kreutz has the story.
Tonight, viral video showing the chaos. Protesters confronting ICE agents after a surprise raid on a popular Italian restaurant in San Diego. Agents setting off what appeared to be flashbang grenades to disperse crowds around their vehicle. This witness asked not to be identified, fearing retribution.
This isn't freedom. This is fascism.
DHS saying the devices allowed agents to leave as safely as possible and that officers were executing search warrants for violations of hiring and harboring illegal aliens, arresting 4 subjects illegally in the U.S. It comes as NBC News has learned top Trump aide Stephen Miller held a meeting screaming at ICE officials to arrest more undocumented immigrants, according to 2 sources who spoke with attendees. Miller setting a new quota of 3,000 arrests per day to include more than just migrants with criminal records. President Trump says he's keeping his campaign pledge to reverse Biden's border policies.
They were pouring into our country by the millions, but we're moving them out.
In Massachusetts, ICE officials announcing the arrest of nearly 1,500 undocumented immigrants last month, including some convicted of murder and child rape.
These are not immigrants. They are criminals.
But there were protests after an 18-year-old high school junior was arrested on his way to volleyball practice. DHS says they never intended to apprehend him, but discovered he was in the U.S. illegally while looking for his father. And here in San Diego, the community is rallying behind this restaurant, with the owner calling the raid nothing short of traumatic. Tom?
Okay, Liz Kreutz for us. Liz, thank you. Now to that stunning Ukrainian operation, secretly sending drones inside Russia on trucks, then triggering them by remote control to destroy Russian bombers. Keir Simmons has that video.
Tonight, Russian bombers worth billions of dollars in flames after an audacious covert operation by Ukraine. 41 Russian long-range aircraft, many nuclear-capable, struck by drones, the Ukrainian security service says. Here you can see a drone emerging from a truck amid smoke and explosions. In the operation, codenamed Spiderweb by Ukrainian special forces, 117 drones were smuggled inside Russia, seen here in their crates, and hidden on trucks outside military bases, Ukrainian officials say. Then, using remote controls, Ukraine removed the container roofs so that drone strikes could begin. The Ukrainian security service says the operation took 18 months to plan. These satellite photos show a Russian airfield before and after the surprise attack. Ukraine's President Zelensky calling the operation brilliant today.
Russia must feel what its losses mean.
While Russia is branding it terrorism tonight, Russian officials say this dramatic video appears to show Russians trying to prevent drones from leaving one truck using rocks. They may be awarded medals. And Tom, direct talks between Russia and Ukraine have ended without a ceasefire tonight. Moscow's demands remain uncompromising. Tom?
Okay, Keir, thank you. Back here at home to another dramatic day.